echoes?
How many
We
outies do
are
we have?
muting all the other stream inputs to make it so it's
Oh yeah,
not terrible.
it's an echo.
Yeah. Okay. So if the echo is hopefully gone now that they have all been muted except for one, then you have one, and that's the master. So I'm hoping that it's still recording all the other ones, but maybe it is, maybe it's not. Who knows? I mean, who can tell anymore these days? It's technology. Yes, feedback is indeed welcomed and so needed. Now I got to say, I might not be paying as much attention to the stream chat as I normally would while I'm streaming, because I'm going to try to focus on playing Dungeons and Dragons. So tonight's going to be our very first session 1. We are starting the real House Elves of Newfoundland, which kicks off starting on the Essentials kit. So as you see here, we have this fancy dancy Essentials kit, and we are going to we're gonna kick it off here, and it's gonna be a good time. So real quick, just before we get started, I know we did this during session 0, but if everybody wants to just kind of say their name, say hi, and just go around the room, that would be great. For our very first D&D session, and Wade can tell us that the audio is working, which is helpful.
As the humans or as the characters?
Yes. Perfect. So it sounds like Spangle has just volunteered themselves.
I think that's voluntold.
Yes, you've been voluntold.
So my name is Ryan, and I am playing Spangle Luxie, and female elf cleric.
Woo woo.
Unless I need me to go into more detail about
Nope,
the cleric,
that's all that I need.
Nope, yep.
High elf cleric, that's it. And
high elf, that's right.
I would like to say I'm apologizing, Kurt, before we even get all the way around the room. In the same way that I had a mess up on Corbin Steelfeet's name, your name is incorrect on here, because when I read it, I read bookstring, and it was like that for session 0, and it was never pointed out that it is indeed brookstring,
like a bubbling brook,
like a boobling brookie.
I liked bookstring better, though.
I know, I thought bookstring, like when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's clearly bookstring.
I can go either way, you know.
Word choice. All right, so let's if that's what you, I mean, if you want bookstring, it's bookstring. If you want brookstring, it will be fixed for next stream.
Let's do bookstring.
All right, then my work is already done.
Where is
it's on the screen? It's canon.
Yeah, that's canon.
There it is. I'm changing it right now.
All right, sweet. You should have that power. All of you guys should have the ability to log in and see your characters and the Roll20 side of things. This is going to be kind of like our rough start, because this is our first run at running the game through D20 or Roll20. And I don't know exactly what the best method is going to be for us showing the screen, because I don't want to show everything that the DM sees, but I also don't want you guys to see nothing. So we're just going to kind of play it how it is. And then I think what I'm going to try to do is create an additional player, and then I'll project that one on the main screen, and then that person will see what you guys are all seeing. And so the people that are watching the game will see what the players are seeing instead of what the DM sees, because that's kind of like important, like to keep things secret. So don't cheat if you are on the game and you guys are playing. I'm looking at you 5. Don't hop on stream and be like, oh no, I think that there's
don't watch your stream. Got it.
Yeah, keep the stream up and going, because that's how you get other people excited and like bring them in. But don't look at it. That's really how I would pitch my stream to most people. Like,
don't watch your stream.
Watch the stream, but don't watch it.
Hit it. Just don't look.
Don't watch it a lot.
Don't watch it like close, because it's going to be chock full of mess ups.
A light watch.
Just a light watching would be perfect.
An Overwatch almost, if you will.
Yeah, if you just watch over, that would be great. So let's go ahead and go counterclockwise. And Corbin, lay it on me.
I'm Andrew, playing Corbin Steelfeet, a Dwarf Ranger. Excited to be here.
Yay!
Pretty much newbie.
Yes, you are our newbiest of the noobs, and that's not a bad thing. We're excited about that, to be honest. I'm very, very excited to bring D&D to brand new people, and hopefully some people would watch this and be like, oh look, D&D's not scary. I could do that. I could find fun people. I could play online on Roll20. I could do whatever. So that's kind of our goal, to have a good time and bring D&D to some people that maybe haven't experienced it before, and pull back the veil and have, it's been mostly going to be a Ryan dancing stream. So people are going to tune in just for the dancing, because that's where it's at. Spangle is a big dancer from way back. Did you take the entertainer like dancer background?
No, noble.
Okay.
So I mean, she does her little white girl dances, you know.
Okay, fair enough. White elf.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going around.
Which
the room.
isn't quite as embarrassing as white human girls. Yeah.
No, it's so sad.
My turn?
Yes, it is, Beatrice. Let me hear it.
All right. I'm Courtney, and I am playing Beatrice Gallanoodle. Anthony?
Here to help.
Beatrice, yes.
Beatrice.
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 Not Beatrice, not Beatrice.
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 And that is, and we're going with Gallanoodle. Is that
Gallanoodle.
Gallanoodle it is. All right.
And I'm a wood elf ranger, and I am a total scrub at D&D.
Yes, but you're not the scrubbiest of the scrubs. That would go to Steel Feet over to your side. So you've played a little bit of D&D. Whoa, nice mug that you got there. That's kind of awesome.
Whoa.
That was like a cool. Oh my god, what is that from? Are you,
Sucking up to the DM already, eh?
hey, look, I mean, if you buy the mug, you get an extra advantage on all your rolls. So if you're drinking from it on stream and giving us free advertising, I appreciate it. But yeah, you've played a couple times over the past few years, right? Is that what I remember? Is that correct?
Played twice in like maybe a decade.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So a couple times.
A couple times. I don't know if I could have been any more clear. So for those of you joining in, this is what you're gonna get. Lots of snark. I love these people, but man, they don't choose their words wisely, and it kills me on the inside. I die a little bit every time. Anthony, what are you doing?
I'm Anthony, and I'm playing Kair Stormwind, a human warlock.
Woo! Kair Stormwind. Anthony has given me 19 chapters of his novel on the background and everything of his character. So if there's a fleshed out character in this party, I expect it to be Kair. I think that he'll regale us with tales of like his 8th grade prom, and all kinds of stuff, like
His first kiss,
his first crush. Totally different.
Ooh.
It wasn't the same person.
You have to have two different things. That's the twist.
Twist.
Obviously.
And
Spoilers.
I know that should come up in the first few minutes of this episode. Clovis or Kurt, sorry. Kurt.
Yeah,
I did human names for everyone else.
I think you just did it for me. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Are
All right,
you gonna play my character too, or?
I mean, I can if you really want me to. I feel like you do a good job of it. You've played a bard before, right?
This is not my first bard. Actually, the first bard I played was when you introduced when you introduced me to D&D. My name's Kurt. I'm going to be playing Clovis Book String, a bard, and I'm excited to play. I mean, I'm excited to be here.
And to play.
D&D is fun. I'm just like,
I'm so nervous.
I don't know what to say.
It's not like you talk in front of people regularly for your job.
It's not like I do that.
Okay, so we kind of went over some loose ideas of how people might be interacting with each other and knowing each other in our session 0, and I kind of brainstormed on those and figured we would just kind of jump into it. I'm gonna set up a few scenarios where people are traveling together, and I'm hoping that you guys are gonna just come along for the ride here. I will give you the little bit of background here. We have Spangle Luxie. You are going to be in a pub with Clovis Bookstring. You have the inside scoop that there is a dwarf that doesn't know where he's from. He is traveling with another ranger, and he is going to be coming into town sometime soon. And you are going to be trying to kind of hop on board and just see where that goes. See if there's adventure in the air. Our wonderful rangers are going to be traveling together. You guys are traveling, and you are in the woods, lost in the woods. That's been playing constantly at our house. So you guys are traveling through the woods on the outskirts of Newfoundland, and you are on your way to this pub where there's been a hot tip that there might be somebody that maybe has an inside scoop on your background, where you're from, Corbin. So that's your motivation. That's where you're coming from, where you're going. And Kair, I think that you are just outside of the outskirts of town, planting it up. And that's
trees.
not trees, not anything salacious or nefarious. You're just planting
Just
trees.
trees.
It's just you're packed. Everything's cool. We're cool, baby. So that's you're just on the outskirts of town, maybe in a position where people would be passing by and would say hi. Kind people maybe that are ranging around Newfoundland. Are we all okay with that? Does anybody have a better idea of how they would be coming in contact with each other? Or did anybody have like a desire that you had, like, oh no, I really wanted to, and so I can shoot that down and say it's a house rule. This is what's happening.
No chance.
Do I know Corbin at all? Because I know that he's coming in, or do I know that just rangers are coming in that have ferry people back and forth?
You know that these guys have come back and forth. They've made the trek through Newfoundland here and there. They're not absolutely new to Newfoundland, but they are coming through rarely, but you've seen them here and there. They tend to ferry people that need the ranging skills. So they're not always together. They're not always they've ranged with other people. They've taken larger and smaller parties, but they got the inside tip that there's somebody here in Newfoundland that may or may not be able to help Corbin Steelfleet. So this time their destination is Newfoundland as opposed to just passing through. So that's what we got.
I was thinking maybe I might be taking Clovis like to another temple to utilize his good bardly skills, because perhaps, it'd be a good performer, or perhaps I was hoping that he could either perform at like another temple, or maybe teach a newer temple, like a choir group or something, how to sing better and stuff.
Sounds awesome. Well, there happens to be a temple in town. There is a shrine of luck here in Newfoundland, and that is a temple that is dedicated to Timora, which is the goddess of luck and good fortune.
Are we in Newfoundland?
Yeah, well, that's
like
where,
the town, or
that's
is it
where
the
we're
world?
going to kind of join up. The Newfoundland is a nice little town, so
Okay.
that sounds good to me, Spangle. If you've traveled to Newfoundland with that as an idea, can we run with that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sounds
So I've traveled
awesome.
to Newfoundland with Bookstring
Yes.
already in tow. Okay.
Sounds good to me. All right.
Who are we guiding, real quick? Who are the rangers? Who are they taking?
Right now, it's just you two that are traveling to Newfoundland.
Oh, okay.
So, unless you want to grab Kair and swoop him up into the mix right off. I know we talked about a couple different situations of the way that we were all going to meet, but this was just the elegant situation, or the solution that I came up with.
Did anybody bring coconuts?
Clock, 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 clock.
Are we on horses?
Rangers don't need no stinking horses. All right, so
I think I'd rather be in the cart, because that seems a much more dignified mode of travel than on horseback, if possible.
absolutely. Well, if you guys brought a cart, then go ahead and subtract 40 gold from your inventory. No, I'm just kidding, Ryan. You're good. You guys, you did certainly travel by cart, and you wouldn't be seen dead walking alongside your pack mule, whatever's drawing your cart. So I'm sure that you were up in the cart the entire way. So let's go ahead and start it off with Spangle and Clovis traveling towards Newfoundland in the cart, in a horse-drawn cart. It's not a magical cart. Those cost way more than 40 gold.
I mean, it can be mule. I'm not, snobby per se.
I'm walking. I'm a walker.
All right, sweet.
Okay,
So
okay.
we've got Clovis that's walking in front of the cart, and Spangle that can't be couldn't possibly take a step on this yucky ground.
Oh, I could take a step. I mean, but I did just clean these clothes. It's a very nice blue, and appearances are important.
Large eye roll.
So, you guys, as we spoke about, you're traveling to Newfoundland, and in hopes of going to this shrine, teaching some new choirs to sing the wonderful songs of Clovis Bookstring, as a bard is oft to do, to just bring joy and happiness and singing all over the place.
Hopefully, a bigger congregation.
Maybe, yeah, that's always nice. Do you guys have any idea of how you met? I'd love to know how that came about.
Well,
how this traveling party came about.
Well, I mean, I am looking for a way back home. I'm looking for a way back to my home, Low Hill. So, and I know Spangle is very friendly and wants to help. And I mean, I know that he said he would do a lot, that she would do a lot for.
Whoa.
It's true.
She said she would do it, like she is a helper. So
That's what I am.
Look for the helpers.
It's true.
You gotta look for the helpers.
It's always good to have good help. All right, so you guys are making your way down to Newfoundland, and it's an uneventful trip. You've come in from the west, and you've been traveling east towards Newfoundland along the Tribor Trail. Excuse me. And cluck, 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 cluck. That's my coconuts. I'll get a sound bite, I promise. I don't have one unless you want this. And that doesn't sound like
that's not good.
That's not exactly.
And I'm just humming. I'm just humming. Go. I
mean, it's
Bend
familiar.
your ears and I'll sing you a song. Anyway, that's not my song. That's not original. Damn it.
That's okay. You know what? If we get hit with like a, from YouTube for using other people's songs, I'm gonna just blame you and
You
try
can
to
blame me.
next time.
Spangle does hum along, but out of key.
Oh, it's good. Nailed it. All right, so you guys are approaching Newfoundland, and you've made this trek before. It's an uneventful trip, and recently the roads have been relatively safe. There haven't been a ton of goblin sightings ever since some other adventurers came through and took out some goblin problems that had been plaguing the area. So you guys are smooth sailing, and you've make it all the way to Newfoundland without any major problems or anything of note to happen. Now, our rangers, is there any place that you'd like to drop by very first? We have lots of different places that you that are available in Newfoundland, and we will pop up our menu here. Let's see if I can figure out how to do all this on the fly. This is all new for me. But you see, we have the Shrine of Luck right there in the middle of town. Do you guys see that on your Roll20, or do I have to drag you over there first?
I just
It's
see
a-
essential.
Essentials.
Okay, let's see.
There
There you are.
Ooh la la, fancy.
Yes.
Neat.
Oh, there we go. Can I drag it around?
Can I draw on it?
Please.
Yeah,
oh my
no
God.
drawing.
No drawing, no dragging. Just quit it. This is why we can't have nice stuff. I'm trying to get the zoom correct so it's not, so we can get like in a perfect space.
Is the zoom same for all? No, it's not, because you're doing it.
Oh, specific for, so this is especially important. Don't you dare move things around or draw, because it's going to show up on the screen. But I don't know that you can actually move it around. Actually, you know what? Somebody give that a try. That's
I've
good for
been
me to
moving
know.
it. Have you seen?
Yeah.
me move?
Oh no, it's not moving for me. So that's fine.
Okay.
You can move it
So-
around.
so our views are
all
independent.
You want. Yeah. So your views are independent, except if you draw on it. Don't draw on it.
Oh, there's a nice scale at the bottom.
I know.
Okay.
It's going to be difficult. This is going to be a struggle literally every single time. Okay.
Yes.
So we are going to jump over to our, we're going to say you guys are right. I'm going to place a little X on the mark on the map if I can figure out how to draw. I'll freehand it. You came in right here. Boop. There's an X. You see the X? That's Spangle and Clovis. You guys are there.
You don't see
I see it.
Right
You
at
came
the
in.
top.
You
Okay.
came in from the Tribor Trail.
Tribor Trail.
The old Tribor Trail.
Oh, okay. It's very light. I see it.
It's a tiny little pink
Maybe a
X.
brighter color.
Yeah,
Anyway.
something like that would stand out more.
Everyone's
It's
afraid.
a well drunk. It's a well drunk.
It's a great
It
X.
is.
There is an
Enormous
X.
I
Very
was
nice
really
X.
happy with the X. I didn't have to use any special keystrokes or I just drew. If that's freehand, I'd like to see.
Wow.
You know, no, I would not like to see somebody do better.
That-
That's what an X looks like in this world. Okay, in Newfoundland, that's an X. All right, so our rangers are coming in. I can give you just an overview. Like let's move you over to the Sword Coast and let you see where you're coming in from.
Ooh.
All right, so I will move you guys around all the time. So Phandalin is right there in grayed out, right there in the middle. You see it. I don't have to point out the middle. And you see just north of there is the Tribor Trail that goes from east to west for the most part. And they were coming in from the west. I mean, from the west coming into the east. And you guys are actually coming down from Neverwinter Wood. You were just skirting around. You took an interesting route that actually kind of came in from towards Coneyberry in that general direction, and you guys are heading to the east, skirting around the.
Our screens don't have your markups.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Oh, really? You don't see like
Yeah.
the number or like
No,
word?
we
Oh,
have
that's
map,
great.
but
We got the pictures.
There's no markups at all.
All right.
Well, if there's
cool.
no
Names
numbers,
are
how are we going to know
nothing.
where to go have encounters?
That's good. I like that. Don't watch the VOD. You know what? Anybody that's turn off your streams. Okay, so I can put an X. You're coming from over this way, and you're going
I see the
that
finger.
way.
Oh.
Bam.
Oh, thanks.
And you're going towards Phandalin, which is in this direction. Whoop. Is there anything? There's no Phandalin on your map either.
No,
Mm-mm.
it's just.
Oh, that's
lines.
so cool.
It's just
we
the
don't see any of
terrain.
that.
That's a win for Roll20. That's really awesome. I can't. That's really, really cool. That's the way it should be. That's how maps work. So this is a rough estimation
Wait.
of a map.
Maps have names.
No,
on them.
not in
Maps
this world.
and
Kill with
places.
this, but-
Not in
Not for
our
cartographers.
not in our world. Like you
I
have
know better map makers than this. That's
you
all
have
I'm
a
saying.
general idea. There's even
They're like a Google Earth version of this.
holy moly, we're not going to get through anything in 2 hours. So do you not see the key over there on the
No,
left?
your key is gone too.
Oh, that's interesting.
We don't see anything.
Wow, everything that's like light, I guess you don't see. I'm sure that I can show it.
We
but-
see the red line. That's the trail and the dots, the red dots, and your
Okay.
markups, and that's it.
Sweet.
Nothing written.
Yeah, red dots mean trail. Okay, so you guys are traveling east towards Phandalin from the area of Coneyberry. You weren't in Coneyberry, but you were over in that direction. God knows what you were doing. I don't ask questions. Don't ask. Don't tell. So you guys are heading down the Tribor Trail, skirting right around the forest that's over to the north, just because you're rangers, and rangers are weird like that. They like to skirt the forest from time to time. And you guys are heading down towards the Phandalin area. As you are traveling, you when you get pretty close, let's say like 2 hexes away from Phandalin, so you're like we go up this way. Nope. Oh no, let's go back down. Arr. And you end up about a couple hexes away from Phandalin, and you encounter what looks to be some creeper in the middle of the woods in a nice little wooded area. A human who seems to be planting something in the dirt.
So, what are you doing?
No, not you guys. The rangers.
Oh, not me.
No, you guys are already there. You didn't want to talk when we were moving.
Galanoodle and Corbin.
Okay. This is really strange. There's someone planting things out in the trees.
Hi.
Hopefully, it's not a body. What? I can't tell what you're planting.
The seeds. I'm planting seeds. They're just seeds. Do you want to see the seeds?
What are you
I got the
planting?
seeds. I'm planting seeds. Hi.
Why?
What do you mean?
Magic.
Why? I gotta plant seeds. What's wrong with planting seeds? Who doesn't like plants? What? Hi. I'm Kai. You can call me Kai. How are you two?
We're doing great on this trail. We have never seen anyone planting before on the side of the trail.
You've never seen someone plant things before?
Not on a trail in the middle of nowhere.
How do you think things grow?
More naturally.
Doesn't hurt to help.
What are you planting?
Seeds?
What
Oh,
kind of seeds?
Whatever I've got.
could you tell us why?
Oh, I'm a warlock. It's part of my pact.
Oh.
I'm with
Well,
an
nice to-
archfey.
Nice to meet you.
You as well. What are you two doing? Asking strangers what they're doing.
We were just walking back from our guiding trip.
Oh, where were you guiding people? What are you doing?
Just around. Don't want to tell you too much.
Why? You
Top
came
secret.
after me.
We didn't come after you. We saw you
Okay. That's cool. How often do you guys walk around this trail?
all the time.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm here pretty often. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. See any goblins lately?
I don't think so. I really don't like goblins. I try to avoid them if I could.
Smart.
I agree.
Very nice. It was love at first sight, I'm sure.
Obviously.
So you guys didn't necessarily hit it off right away, and you are still on a time crunch. So you had a plan. You're on your way to Phandalin, and maybe Kyra will show up a little bit later. But I say you guys can go ahead and move on out, unless you have some more to say to him.
No, it was nice meeting you, strange planting person. We're gonna keep rolling now.
You as well, guides.
Good luck with your planting.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys make your way past the weird planting guy, and you also make it into New Phandalin. You come in from the same place, from the Tribord Trail, so you're in the north of town. It's this is where I read something from the book. So as nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Phandalin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They're farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case the need for arms should arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of town offers modest lodging and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the townmaster's hall, is a job board for adventurers. Interesting. So as we now we can cut back on over to the cleric and bard combo. What would you guys like to do?
Spangle, can we visit an inn or some kind of tavern? We are low on coin, and I would like to perform a little song.
I think that's a great idea. That's a great way to introduce ourselves to the town and maybe get to know the people a bit better. Let's do it.
I'm so excited about that. I've been working on a song now.
Ooh, cannot wait
Yeah?
to hear. So we follow down the trail, and we can make it to the Stonehill Inn right here, circled. Do you guys have words for
We
this
see
one?
it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But do you see names on things for
No,
this
there
one?
are no
No.
names.
Oh,
It's strictly
But you
man.
circled it.
I know. I'll try to circle things for you. That's a freehand
you.
circle.
It's almost right.
It's a very
It almost
pretty
meets
circle.
accessibility, color contrast requirements.
Oh my gosh, you guys are-
Let's not get into that right now.
That's where we are.
yeah. On the
Well,
X
not
marks the
me.
spot. Yeah. So our cleric and our bard
Follows the circle.
have made it their way to the Stonehill Inn in the middle of town. Rangers, is there anything that meets your fancy? Would you like to check anything out? Any of these wonderful big old buildings?
Well, after a long guiding trip, we want to get a drink and get back out because I particularly don't like people that much. So
Me
I'd like to
neither.
just get a drink and relax for a minute, and then find our next job.
Fair enough. All right. So,
Well, I think it's only fair enough that I buy you guys a drink since you guys were doing a nice job of leading us around to make sure we don't get hurt.
nope, they weren't with you. But
Yeah.
What? I
Nope.
thought they
We're
were
totally
our guides.
separate.
Nope.
no, you guys came from a different area. Sorry, I've done a poor job of explaining that.
No, I got it. Okay.
But
I didn't get it.
yeah, that's why you guys all you showed up at different times. So that
We're getting ready to meet each other.
We're getting ready to meet.
Buy your own damn drinks then.
all right, yeah.
I mean,
Right.
you can still buy me a drink.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say free drinks are fun.
All right, so the Rangers, are you guys going to make your way to the inn as well?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the inn for a drink and try to find a job.
Okay. So the Rangers are making their way down in the same path. I don't have to draw that again. I could. Here, we could do it in green.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
There's,
guys
there's a
went
lot
down
of green.
in
Already a lot of
green.
green.
And
Oh,
you
God.
ended up there too. So one person gets to draw on the map, and they'll have a lot of fun doing it. Now we have 4 of the people in the game at the inn, and we hop over to our peace-loving, tree-planting human that's off in the woods. What are you up to?
I think I just finished planting all the seeds I need to for the day. That's all I had on me. So I may as well go back to town.
Oh, okay. So our warlock, who are traditionally purple in video games, is here. It's a light purple. It's barely
That's
visible.
not purple.
I mean,
Wait, there's purple on there?
That's
there.
more like a lavender.
okay, that's this purple
Just
you're gonna
still
get.
purple.
Yeah, quit being. You know what? I don't need this in my life.
Do you have a color that combines all 3 of these when we're a group?
Nope.
It's probably just a
Aren't-
color.
Aren't there tokens you can drop?
There are, but this is just on a map. This isn't a grid, so I don't know that the then maybe let's find out. Let's see. Nope, didn't seem to. Unless maybe people didn't assign their tokens. No, Courtney has a token and hers didn't show up. So no, not on the map. So on battle maps they'll show up as tokens, but here they're not going to show up as a token.
Just a map.
All right, so Kyer, you are here in town. This is Newfoundland. I believe that you have hung out and around near it often. And you did just meet some interesting folk coming in from the Tribor Trail. Who knows if they were making their way to Fandolin and stopped, or if they passed right on through.
I have no idea where they're going, but I think I might go to the inn.
Sounds like it really helps the DM out. All right.
Actually, I'm gonna go north.
I'm
You-
gonna go back to tree planting.
All right, so Anthony goes here. Let's move it over here, and Anthony goes up in this
the
area.
map's switched. Okay.
Yep. So
Oh,
Anthony, you're here, north of Neverwinter Wood. Thanks a lot for
Oh,
screwing
that's-
everything up for me.
That's where the X-Men live. Okay.
Gone. Never to be seen again.
Yeah, Kyer died on his travels going through Neverwinter Wood. It's a haunted, terrible place. Thanks for nothing, Anthony.
It'd help.
All right, so we'll move. So instead, you think maybe we go to the end?
I guess we'll go to the end.
Oh man, thanks so
He
much.
got scared leaving town and had to come to the inn. He saw some scary stuff.
Out there planting trees. All right, so you guys are all in the inn. You I don't know where you sat in the inn, but Corbin and Beatrice, you do notice a familiar face, a friend from long ago, a human that you met in the woods just a few minutes ago, walks in the door, and he is there as well. In the inn, you also see 2 other people that you haven't necessarily seen before, a high elf cleric, or a high elf and a halfling, who I'm sure are making plenty of friends as the time passes in the inn.
So I walk up to the bartender, or the tavern keep.
Yeah, his name. He says, "Hi, well met. My name's Toblen. How may I help you?"
Hi, Tobin. My name's Corbin Bookstring. I'm a bard, and I'm looking for 2 things. Well, 3. 1, something to drink. 2, we need passage, possibly, like, I'm a bard, and my friend over there she's a cleric, and, well, in the woods, we're not as strong as we'd like to make ourselves out to be. So do you have people that travel the woods or traverse the woods that could be hired in this town?
People pass through Newfoundland from time to time. In fact, I think that there's a couple people over there in the corner. They're pretty handy in the wilderness. They've had people that they've taken through from time to time. Some rangers back over there in the corner. I can help you with the drinks, though.
And I'd like to turn a coin here if I could. Possibly do a little performance for your tavern?
Absolutely. As long as it's good. But
you should hear him. He is super good.
Oh, I like super good. Usually our karaoke nights are on Wednesdays. But everybody enjoys them, and anything that's impromptu is always welcomed.
Wow, they're about to get a lot more enjoyable.
So he pours some drinks and passes them to you, and he's excited. You see that his composure is just a bubbly, fun thing. He's very excited to see whatever performances are going to happen. It seems like maybe karaoke nights were a pet project of his that don't really get as much fanfare as he would hope.
So I walk over to the the hearth area, and I get a stool out and I start plucking on my little like stringed instrument, and I just start going like, now what starts with the letter C? Oh, who cares? C is for Corbin, or Clovis, that is me. C is for Corvus, and Clovis, that is me. C is for Clovis, and that enough is me. Oh, Clovis, Clovis, Clovis starts with C.
You can see that from the periphery that there are a number of the patrons that are there they're kind of down with it. They're liking what you're putting down, and you can see some feet tapping. And you distinctly notice that there's a guy that kind of goes off, kind of bobbing his head. He's really digging it, and you feel like you've got an earbug in him.
I cast light to give him some, good stage lighting.
Ooh, yes, that actually increases the performance quite a bit.
Could I roll for advantage on that?
Yeah. No, everybody's digging it. That was it was a catchy tune. It was simple, but everybody could hum to it, and they really enjoyed it. So there's some people kind of eyeing around and like, oh man, maybe we will show up on Wednesday night. That's gonna be a lot of fun for karaoke. Like I always kind of hated it, but this guy, he made it fun for me. So nobody's come over to like put a tip in your hat. A coin for the Witcher I haven't actually watched it yet. I don't know what that means.
Oh my god, you need to.
Wait.
Watch the song. That's a starter.
I've avoided it impressively. So I think the general vibe right now, at least at this point for your performances, everybody's enjoyed it.
Okay. I sit there and I just strum a little bit, and I drink a little bit of my cider or whatever he poured me.
Oh, goat's milk. So.
Goat's milk. And I'm like, oh, my vocal cords.
So he's everybody really seems to appreciate just the background strumming, even more than the singing. That's like they're like, you know what? No, that's exactly what this tavern is needed. We've always liked the food. The drink is always reasonable. The lodging is great, but man, some background music. This is it. This is my jam. So everybody is they look like they're having a great time. Business seems like it's even picking up. People are so excited about a little bit of entertainment.
Wow.
So there are.
So I noticed that, and I keep doing it. Like,
yeah. Anybody else want to talk to anybody that they see here? Anybody else want to talk to Toblen?
Yeah, I think we were drinking and the bar got pretty rowdy just now, and Beatrice and I want to go up to the bartender and compliment him on a swinging good bar here, and see what work we could find.
Sure. Oi, hey, Toblen here. You guys enjoying your drinks?
Yeah, this is the busiest I've ever seen this place.
I'm not complaining. This is exactly what we've needed. I've been trying to get it off the ground with our karaoke Wednesdays, but it's never ever been this exciting. Everybody seems to have a great time. This is wonderful. These guys, I was just talking to them, and I think you could maybe make a couple copper off of them. They're not exactly outdoorsy, and they're looking for a little bit of help for getting from one place to another.
Yeah, that sounds great. We could use an easy guiding trip. The last one was pretty difficult, and I think a more relaxed guiding trip would be nice for us right now. So we'll go talk to him. What's his name?
Oh, I believe it was a Bookstring.
Bookstring?
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, and the voice like an angel.
Oh, okay. That's some high praise. I've never heard you say that about any of your patrons before.
I mean, you're hearing this, right? It's amazing.
It's popping off. It's crazy here.
I've got a line. I mean, this is the greatest day that I've ever had in the Stonehill Inn.
You were easy to please.
I really am so happy. And his guitar skills are amazing. Did you just hear him? Please don't play the guitar.
Oh god.
It's gonna be so loud.
There we go, background music.
All right. Admittedly, I'm feeling less happy about him now.
Yeah, he's playing a bit loud, I will say.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll EQ that out in post. So that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to you as Corbin, but I'm sure
It made
that
perfect sense to me.
Yeah, good.
For what it's worth.
I'm very excited about that. So yeah, Torben points you over in the direction of the entertaining bard that's over by the hearth, and mentions that he did come in with the cleric or the high elf that's over there, and he also mentions that it was a little bit odd that they introduced themselves as bard and cleric, even though they included names, but that's just the way that this world works, I guess. Everybody's very upfront about their professions. They jump right into it.
Occupation's highly valued in this tavern.
Yeah, it's big. It's kind of like a status symbol.
Well, I'm a cleric of life, and everybody needs that. So it's good to let people know what I do before they meet me, because they're going to say, it's like when you're a doctor. I guess it's pretty much the medieval equivalent of being a doctor. Everybody is always going to have a question. It's always, oh, I have this itch in an unimaginable place. And it's like, can you cast a healing on that? And of course I can.
Of course, every single time. Always with
every single time. For a nominal fee.
All right, Kair, you've been quiet in the bar or in the inn. What would you like to do?
I was just listening to the music mostly. I don't really have a whole lot of coin on me, but I suppose I can go and talk to the Tobin, and ask him if anyone has any work around, because I don't have any money.
Sure. Let's actually see what he tells you. I rolled my first die. Guy, we've rolled the first die of the entire
get out of
campaign.
my bar.
You are shot.
The amazing thing is, I was just gonna read one without actually rolling, because I've got a fun table of things to read from, and I rolled the one I was just randomly gonna read. So there's that. That's kind of fun. That's a good sign, guys. That's a good sign.
Meant to be.
So Tobin, I understand the need for money, and I don't think I'll ever want for money again if this bard stays around, because man, like, this is amazing. But I have heard that, west of Phandalin on the coast there's an old stone lighthouse, and ships have been drawn to its gleaming tower like moths to a flame, and then they're doomed to crash upon its rocks. The wrecks must be filled with treasure. There's always that. Number 5 on the roll.
Could I see number 3? No.
Maybe if you visit someone else in other parts of the town.
That sounds great. I could definitely look into some ships.
Oh, it's probably very lucrative. I don't know what's causing them to crash, but it's been reported many ships have been sinking over by that lighthouse. I wonder if it's bewitched. Ooh.
I wonder what they're thinking about.
Eh,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Boop.
see what you did there.
Thank you.
All right,
That's
you're
That's good.
welcome. So Rangers, how would you like to act with the information you had?
Sure.
Sorry.
So I'm chatting with Beatrice now, and man, that bartender is just easily impressed. It was incredible how just happy he is by very simple things. I've never seen anything like that.
You glance over and he's crying tears of joy as he's pouring
This might be the greatest night of his life.
goat's milk after goat's milk. He is just tears of happiness and audibly like shaking with happiness. He's convulsing.
Oh, Jesus.
So I come back to my partner, and we're chatting, and I tell her about the wonderful job opportunity the bard may have for us, and would you be interested in chatting with the bard to see if maybe they have a job for us, and would you like working with them perhaps?
I mean, have you heard his voice? Obviously, I'd like to get,
Gotta get
I'd
to know him.
totally be nice to get to meet the person behind that voice.
Okay, yeah. I don't have the ear for music that you do, so I'm gonna go with you, and let's go chat with the bard.
All right, so you guys walk over to the bard. Are you bringing anything with you as a icebreaker, peace offering?
Yeah, we need to go grab an extra beer. We each have beers already, but we need a mead or something for the bard to compliment him on his good work.
All right, I'm sure they'll love that.
Don't you
Toblen,
Rangers have instruments? Thought.
No, I don't.
Toblen pulls himself together and breaks from his absolute euphoria that's going on and is able to pour you some mead and says, "Oh, this one's on the house. He's just made my day. If you're buying for him, your money's no good." Oh.
And he must have been having a rough time before.
Man, yeah, the last time we were in here on Karaoke Wednesday, there was no one here, so I get it.
Small businesses are failing left and right. This could be my meal ticket.
All right, so let's take some beer over to this bard and talk. So Beatrice and I are gonna walk over to the bard, and he's now finished playing, I assume, right?
Yeah, I stopped
Yes.
playing as soon as you come over, and I'm like, I've been meaning to talk to you guys.
Oh, here's a beer. What's your name?
My name's Clovis. My name's
Clovis?
Clovis Bookstring. Torben said that you guys guide, and thank you for the beer. This goat's milk is just god awful.
Yeah, it's not good. There's a reason he's not busy.
Yeah.
It's all been you.
This is what he's been serving. I don't.
It's not good. We just come here for jobs, not for drink.
Oh.
So what kind of work would you have for us? We're semi-experienced guides. We like guiding folk around. We try to keep them safe. We have a no fatality record.
So far.
This is
So
very
far.
impressive. This is a very impressive resume.
Yeah,
No fatality record.
no one's died with us. So that's pretty much what we're selling.
Have you ever been attacked on the road?
Oh yeah, people lose arms and stuff all the time, but no one's died.
That's the important thing.
I think I saw.
Oh my!
Well, I have to talk to my friend Spangle, but I'm trying to get back home. But the problem is I don't have coin as much as I would like. And I was looking at the job posting before I came into the bar myself. The life of a bard.
Yeah, you guys don't have a lot of money. We know.
You know?
Yeah.
You also know?
Bards are poor. We know. It's common knowledge around here. The economy's hurting in this area.
Tobin
seen-
seems to be doing
You've
fine
seen-
now.
Again, he's like just he's radiating excitement and happiness over behind the bar. He doesn't know what to do. He's borderline thinking of like packing up and just selling the place because it's a gold mine now. Like this is going to be his big score.
Oh.
And for what it's worth, like Lexi is entirely as starry-eyed, listening to Clovis sing as well.
I mean, it's
So
Has Lexi not heard Clovis before?
Oh, she has, but she's enraptured every time.
Okay.
So my question is, do you not have a particular amount of money on you right now? Is this a pro bono guiding tour?
Well, the problem is my home is it's very hard to find, and I don't know. I'm really just traveling. I have a good set of legs, and I can accompany you with music. And Lexi is also very helpful. We could make a good team. Maybe we could, I don't know, pick up a job or two in town and work together.
I'm always up for a new adventure. I don't know much about myself, so I'm always just looking for the next adventure. How's Lexi? What are Lexi's skills? What can Lexi bring to the table for our?
She's super helpful. Look at her.
Look at me.
She's magic. She casted light, and I was playing in the light.
It's not
Did you see that?
magic.
Oh,
It's
light
just the Lord
magic?
of Light,
What's
the Lord
light?
of Life, the goddess.
oh, Lord of Light.
She helps me.
Yeah, I think we could maybe work something out if you would help us, because we also are not financially stable right now. The economy right now is just terrible.
Terrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell me about it. That's why they sent me out, because I'm looking to find another place to set up a new church, because I know there's not a church of life in this area. So that's, why I'm coming down this way, so I could look for a place to set up a church. Because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys are more local than I am. We just arrived into town, but I believe Newfoundland doesn't have a church of life in here yet. It's a church of luck. I mean, that's nice and all. Like, we get along with luck because everybody needs luck. Who doesn't? But we need to have a church of life if we're going to, let people not die.
Fair point.
I like when people don't die.
That's
It's
our
my
business model.
favorite.
We get it.
You know, that whole no fatalities thing.
Could be good for the town.
So, as you guys are discussing your upcoming possible arrangement, there seems to be a little bit of unrest in the bar over in the corner. Things were going really, really well, and over in the corner that's closest to where Kair is sitting, somebody is kind of working up the courage. They've had enough fermented goat milk, and they're at that point where they're feeling like, you know what, I'm the bee's knees, I can do this. And they stand up and they say, Toblen, yeah, I've never seen so much money in that register, and you know what? I'm here every Wednesday, and I've been showing my patronage, and this is my turn. That's my money today. And he stands up and he starts to kind of walk very menacingly right past you, Kair, as he's trudging towards Toblen, and Toblen doesn't know what to do. Like, he's not a fighter. He's never been. You can see he's visibly struck. Like, oh no, this is going down. I'm gonna lose it all. This was my day that everything was turning around, and you could see the countenance on his face just drops, and he's frightened that he's about to get mugged in front of all of his other patrons. And that's kind of a scary proposition for him, because who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna do anything? So this guy is just. He's getting closer and closer. He's walking right past your table, Kair, right towards where the register is. He's beelining for that money.
I would pop up.
I'll try to trip him as he's walking by me, just to slow him down.
All right, go ahead and roll our first 20.
And I'll be there to catch him if he does manage to trip him.
Ah,
Do we all know how to roll a 20 in the thing?
we'll see.
Oh God.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I would say that's a. I probably
That-
hit the table.
So
I didn't didn't even turn around to trip him.
So it is clear that you attempted to help. You make eyes with Toblen. You're like, "Don't worry, I got you." And then you go ahead and you stick your foot out, and you realize that you've missed your opportunity. The time passed, and he walked right past you, and you look like you're just kicking air. And you just kind of like whistle, oh whoops, that's I missed. And then maybe make some eyes with Toblen locks eyes with you, like, what happened? He's walking right past you, you're gonna let him come to me? So Spangle, you were standing up to catch him.
Standing up. Yep. I'll catch him by the arm with a big smile on my face, and I was like, "You've been coming here for such a long time. That's so great."
And he brushes you aside. He's just very aggressive, and you can tell this man has been drinking quite a bit. Drinking is bad. And he's this isn't concerning you, High Elf. This is my time. This is Goonies Never Die. And he's just pushing his way towards the cash register or whatever you have medieval money in. The box, the lock box. Let's go with that.
Well, so I turn and I start playing much louder, and I am like, "Friend, come over here. Try to persuade. Like, why go for that money? There's much more over here." Like, just to try to turn him all away from the cash register in a persuasion kind of.
He show him something sparkly.
He turns towards you and he says, "Much more? How much more? Have you seen how much money's coming in tonight? Look how big his smile was."
It's because of the goat milk. People are drunk on goat milk, but goat milk? Come on. You know that's not going to last forever. Goats run dry.
Oh, I'm not looking for forever. I'm looking for a score right now. You've got more than him, then give me your money. And he advances right to you, and he goes ahead and he throws a punch.
Hey now.
Hey now.
It's a drunken punch, and it's very clear that it's a drunken punch. He misses you, swings wide, but he had all his strength behind it, and he kind of topples over. So he's lost his footing, and he's knocking over chairs as he trips kind of past you as he tried to hit you.
I'll step in and just kind of like and try to trip him with like a dexterity, like try to.
Sure, go ahead and roll 20.
There you go.
Yeah,
that'll do it.
You successfully trip him, and he falls flat on the ground. As he flips over and looks up at you, his face turns beet red, redder than the fermented goat's milk had already made it. And he is fuming, not at all happy. He starts to just shout obscenities and just, you can tell he's about to either lose it or pass out. But one of the two is about to happen.
Yeah, please.
I was gonna say I would try and step in again in between, and oh my, please stop. This is a great place, and you love it. That's why you come here all the time. Don't make it a bad place.
Stay out of it, Elf. I don't need your help. And he looks like his tummy is getting very, very rumbly while he's laying on the ground. He's trying to like get himself together, and he's kind of he's clearly battling the effects of alcohol at this point. Judgment is very skewed.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights around him just to like and kind of like just to kind of dizzy him.
Sure. So
to encourage what I think the vomiting might be.
Yeah. Can you describe what happens when you cast dancing lights?
Yeah. So I kind of start juggling these 4 torch-sized balls of light in patterns, and they become larger, and now they're going like around his head, and it looks like I'm they're spinning faster and faster, and I'm making them go like from a large size to a small size and large size to a small size, and I'm just kind of I'm moving them as fast as I can, just around him, and then I'm throwing him behind my back too.
He's lighting balls everywhere. Wow.
He's absolutely astounded by the light show that's happening. He thinks he must be dreaming. He's caught off guard. He's entranced, and He's following the orbs as they just whip through and through as a juggler would juggle these 4 balls up in the air at any given time, and he's following one that's particularly caught his fancy, and as he is focusing on it as strongly as his mind will allow him, he does indeed lose his tummy. So he vomits all over the place and promptly passes out directly afterwards. So he's laying unconscious on the ground in a pool of his own vomit. And there's tables that are strewn about and chairs that have all been knocked over. So it's quite the scene, but you guys diffused the situation without anybody getting hurt. And Toblen just thrilled that he's gonna keep the money that he has so hardly worked for and earned. Oh, you guys are the best. Can I hire you to be around every night? Wednesdays are a thing of the past. No more karaoke night. I've got bouncers and I've got entertainment. This is amazing. So he's once again in a great mood, and then he's affronted with the scent of the vomit that's covering the floor, and you see that he's, although very excited and happy, he's less excited about having to clean all that up, and he knows that it's a reality. It's that smell of like Red Bull and vomit and goat's milk. So it's the worst. It's the worst smell is what it is. So he kind of makes his way towards the back to get a mop, because nobody wants that, and you can see that everybody is a little bit on edge, and a few people have they've scooched away from the vomity smell, making their way towards the door where there's a little bit of an open breeze that's coming through. So he's you've got an unconscious guy on the ground. You've got Toblen very happy with your service, and everything is moving everything is coming up Clovis right now.
I kind of lean in and look at the Rangers, and I'm like, like maybe we should try it back. No,
it smells in here. Yeah.
Tie him up and
kind of trying to hold my own stuff inside.
Yeah.
Retching in the background,
Actually, you guys are all real close to it. Besides Kair, can everybody go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw? So go ahead and roll a 20-sided die.
I don't think we grab an actual die.
Yeah, no. So, Corbin, as you are the closest that you would like to be to anybody that's just expelled their tummy, you indeed have to clutch and move away to ensure that you don't lose the contents of your stomach as well. Everybody else seems to feel like this is pretty standard adventuring stuff. Like we can hold our own. A little bit of vomit, urine, or blood has never turned me away. It's kind of how everybody else's constitution stands up to it. But Corbin it was maybe you just recently actually had the same smell, and it was a little bit close.
I just don't do well with vomit. Let's be honest.
Look, I don't know that many people do. It's a rare skill to do well with vomit, and I'm envious of anybody that has exercised that skill. So, do you leave the inn to get some fresh air, or do you try to stomach it and save face?
I think I'm enjoying the scene here with what just happened, and I want to continue observing. So I'm going to try to stay in and keep my stomach.
All right, that sounds like a good plan to me. So everybody else is still hanging around the unconscious fellow. Who is just...
I mean, I'll sit him up so he doesn't, choke in his own vomit, and
that's very, very kind of
fetch him a glass of water.
Yeah. So as you assist him in his vomitrocious state, you guys are all nice and close. I don't know what you're rolling for. You guys already rolled yours.
I was seeing if I could add my modifier in.
You certainly can. So whenever you're doing that's something that we should be aware of. So like if I ask you to make a specific type of a throw, like a Constitution saving throw,
right.
And Fritz, this is for anybody that hasn't used Roll20 yet, or just hasn't played D&D. you would make sure you have your character sheet open, and on your character sheet here, I'll open yours so we can all look at it. So you guys see we have a character sheet here, and then you have saving throws, and in this section.
That's how you go right there. I get it. Okay.
And you would go
You don't
ahead.
need to type it in. Yeah, did I get it?
Okay. So
yeah,
I think
got
you can just drag like that, maybe.
Yeah, just click it. Yeah,
you just click it.
Simple.
Okay.
Just click it.
So you click it, and then it shows up over here in the. So I could even have done it for you, apparently. So.
Why does it have 2 numbers?
So that's if you are rolling with advantage, and I believe it automatically does the advantage and disadvantage or something like that. So,
right.
I think I wonder if it always. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
There's a reason, but worst case scenario, if you want, you can, when you roll the die on its own, you can just go ahead and do the +2 that's next to Constitution, or if it was a Dexterity one, you would just put a +4 after the 20-sided die roll.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on rolling. Keep on rolling.
That's how we roll.
Roll. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll try to figure out why it gives you the 2 numbers. I think it has something to do with advantage and disadvantage.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, but I'm
wondering. So we should always just take the best of the 2.
No, you don't always roll with advantage.
What?
But I do wonder if there's a way to designate. Oh, I guess so. Spangles, he had an 11 and then a 13. So we'll always, unless you are rolling with advantage or disadvantage, you'll always take the first one. So there's a chance that the first one,
unless the second one is better.
Unless the second one is better. We see here that a 10 can be the first and then the 20 for the second. So it's not always the higher one is first. So okay. I'm glad we got that out of the way. We figured it out. Guys, we learned D&D. Good job.
Yay.
Okay.
We're learning.
Are we done then?
No. We're not going to end until you're level 20.
Bar yet.
So yeah, you guys are, you've as you know where you're at. We're good. There's a party of 4 and then a party of 1 kind of hanging out. So you guys are all over near this unconscious man who's wasted and blackout drunk. Bah.
I suppose I'll head over to Clovis and thank him for cleaning up the situation. I think that's nice of him.
And it was nice of him.
Yeah.
Well,
what are you all up to?
I noticed, friend, that you tried to trip him at first too. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I kind of froze up after I messed up. Thank you very much for making sure that didn't get bad. What are you all doing here?
The smell is terrible. I'm trying not to vomit. I don't know about the rest of these guys. Yeah.
It's quite unpleasant.
Well, do you want to move outside? I saw the job list. I just made friends with these 2 rangers. They said that possibly I could join their party, that my friend here, Luxie, and I could join their party. Luxie's trying to help me get back to my town of Low Hill, but I've lost my way and I don't have much money. And I know that there's coin to be made in a town.
Well, real quick sidebar. I couldn't help but overhear the Toblen Lighthouse discussion. Is that relevant?
I was going to mention that.
At all for
a lighthouse?
Yes, the sunken ship lighthouse situation. I couldn't help but overhear during the party.
Yeah, so I was talking to the barkeep, and he mentioned that there's a lighthouse not too far from here to the west a bit, where a bunch of ships keep sinking. He said there's a lot of treasure over there, most likely, but also people might want to possibly investigate what was going on over there. Yeah, treasure sounds great.
I like money.
I think all of us, from the sounds of things, we're all broke, and we're kind of in like a cheaper inn anyways. So, if y'all wanted,
I do feel bad for all those sailors.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny's got to be an awful way to die. I wouldn't want to wish it on people.
Well, no guarantee they're drowning. I mean, if they're crashing into rocks.
Maybe everyone's surviving. Maybe just the boats. You don't know.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm going to hope to think of that.
Yeah. But whatever's causing the crash, let's avoid that and just go for the treasure. Let's make an agreement there. It's not get dangerous.
I don't know. I don't really like it when bad things keep happening to people. I think maybe we should probably look into it if you all are up for it.
I'm up for anything.
Sounds great.
I think it's a win-win situation.
Let's do it, guys.
All right.
Come on, I start
Let's
packing
go.
up. You know,
All right.
Tobin, I'll be back, Tobin. Save this area for me.
See you next Wednesday, Tobin.
Wednesday. We'll see you in a little bit.
So you guys, you gonna wrap it up and leave the Stonehill Inn?
Yeah, I think we're
think
agreed
so.
to get out of the vomit.
Okay. I'm not gonna need any more Constitution saving throws. If you're leaving the inn, it is midday at this point. You guys have plenty of daylight ahead of you. Let's say it's like
We're getting drunk midday. Damn.
it's a sad mining town, Anthony.
Okay.
It's
that's
really
fair.
it's bad.
No one's employed here.
Day drinking is a big thing here. No, we'll say it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere is not here, but it's 4 o'clock, so it'll be 5 o'clock soon. And you expect
Before we walk out, could we ask Tobin if he has any more hot tips on this lighthouse? What else he could tell us about it? If he's got any more info, who to talk to about it?
Oh, well, normally I just kind of pick up whatever anybody's saying here and there, and that's all I've heard of the lighthouse. But generally speaking, if you go to the town master and he posts any jobs that need to be done, they typically pay pretty well, and any adventurers are always checking those out. So that's really all that I know. But I'll keep my ear open if I know you guys are on the cove and checking out the coast. Then I know that it'll be clear.
So,
Thanks.
is this lighthouse on the jobs board, or is this just a rumor that you've heard?
Oh, I haven't checked the jobs board. I'm no adventurer. I just, like to pour my goat's milk.
Okay.
So maybe it's on the board, maybe it's not. I don't know. You guys will find out in a few minutes, I'm sure.
All right. Thanks, Tobin. He's provided maximum usefulness, so I think we should go check out the job board.
What a nice guy.
So the yellow exclamation point over his head turns into a grayed out question mark. So eventually you guys will return at some point. So you're gonna go and check out. What would you like to do at this point? I think you guys see the Phandalin map.
I don't know where the job board is. Where were we?
So
It was right outside the inn.
I'm gonna put some shapes around things that
Shapes.
that are interesting points of interest to look at. So we've got here is the Shrine of Luck. We have a place called the Provisions Shop. This is the inn that you are at. This is the Town Master's Hall. And what else do we have that's of note? Lion
Job
Shield
board?
Cluster. That's next to the Town Master's Hall.
Okay.
And Lion Shield Coster's house. And the Phandalin Miners Exchange is this building. So those are your points of interest. Your POIs.
Good to know. I vote town master.
Yes.
All right. Anybody object or have anything else that they would like to do?
No, it's good.
Okay. So you leave the Stonehill Inn, and you see a normal amount of people for a small town out and about. You'd say like there's
Most of them are drunk, right?
mostly drunkards leaving the inn, trying to get away from the vomit smell. Everybody's all abuzz about the bard that was playing in the inn. You can't move like 30 feet without hearing somebody talk about how amazing he was. So you approach the town master's hall, and then I read, the town master's hall has sturdy stone walls, a pitched wooden roof, and a bell tower at the back. The job board next to the front door features a sparse number of notices, all written in common and in the same hand. So you look at the job board, and you notice there are 3 little quests, jobs, yeah,
Yobs.
Jobs.
Job posting.
they're job postings. And this is where if we were playing, I would just hand you these 3 quests. These, but we're not here at my house, and if I hand them to anyone, it's just to like Ilana, and she's upstairs, so that doesn't help. But you read them, and you see that one has none of them at first glance have anything to do with a lighthouse, and I don't know how that makes you feel. Maybe like there's red herrings and people are trying to throw you off the scent of something. Who knows? But you see one for a one says, dwarf prospectors found ancient dwarven ruins in the mountains southwest of here and have begun an archaeological dig for treasure and relics. They need to be warned that a white dragon has moved into the area. Take the warning to them and then return to Town Master Harbin Wester to collect a reward of 50 gold pieces. And that's 50 gold pieces for going and telling people that there's a white dragon around.
White dragon.
There's a white dragon.
Sounds scary though.
Always chasing the white dragon. The next quest that's on the board says the local midwife, an acolyte of Chauntea named Adabra Gwyn, lives by herself in a stone windmill on the side of a hill a few miles south of Phandalin. With dragon sightings becoming common, it's not safe for her to be alone. Urge Adabra to return to Phandalin. Once she's safe, visit Townmaster Harbin Wester to claim a reward of 25 gold pieces. You're noticing a little bit of a pattern here. That is, hey, go tell these people that there's a dragon and then come back and get some money. So these seem like relatively simple quests. The final quest says a clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Gnomengard are known for their magical inventions. They might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it. You also notice that he's writing in the third person, which is weird in itself, or you assume, because all of these notes are indeed written in the same handwriting and mentioned to bring things back to Harbin Wester.
But Harbin might have had somebody write them for him.
He may
If
have.
he's the
He is the
town
secretary
master,
or
I would
something.
think that he would have, somebody
Well,
doing the work for him.
You might be right, but I think we should talk to the guy. That's just me.
I think that's a good idea too.
Well, you.
I think we should get out of this town. There's a white dragon.
Darby
flying
dragons.
That
around. You guys you ever seen a dragon?
No, and I don't intend to.
Well, if you stay here, we might. I think we should leave.
That'd be exciting, but at the same time,
Master.
if
Let's
we're in
see
the
what he has to say.
countryside, yeah, we might
course
be
it
more likely to meet him
might
if
be
we're in
help-
the countryside.
Might be helpful to help that woman.
That was my first thought, but I think we should talk to the town master first and see what he has to say.
All right, let's knock on the door.
Well, the town master's hall does seem to be closed, but there, you just see the board on the next to the hall. There doesn't seem to be anybody that lives there, but there are people passing by, and somebody yells from the side of the street, "If you're looking for the town master, he lives just down the road, a little bit down there on. If you follow the road, it's on your left. It's the blue house with the blue roof. It's just down the. You can see it right there." And he points down the road, in the direction that seems like it is free-handed from there to here.
Okay, so I say we go to the house the drunk pointed us to.
Oh,
I think so,
I'm not
too.
drunk. I'm just a little
Okay, drunkie.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the inn.
Drunk hick over there, huh?
I'm not a hick. That's you watch him. No, I guess I see where you're coming from. That's
Nice.
my voice. I've got a PhD. And he
Hey,
goes right
told
back to
you.
the inn, where
I'm
he.
doing an insight check on that.
Go ahead and roll 20.
Okay. To do.
You get the feeling that he was lying. That was just those are 3 letters that he's read before.
He got lucky.
Yeah, it was dumb luck. So he was proud that it was coherent, and that's about as far as it goes.
So I lean over to Beatrice and I'm like, he actually has a PhD.
Oh. It's funny.
Wow, that was crazy. So are we gonna walk over to the town master's house?
Yeah, we're walking there now.
All right, let's do it.
Unless he was bluffing about the town master living there.
Ooh, twist. It's a regular M. Night Shyamalan. So no, you walk on over and you see that there's a door to a house, as often there is. It's closed, which is again normal. That's not like an abnormal thing. Most of these houses have doors that are closed, and this is the house that the yokel was pointing you in the direction of. You're at the circled house. There's no actual circle.
So walk up and knock on the door.
Hello.
If you're a
Is
dragon,
anybody home?
know that I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal.
Dragons don't knock on doors.
Well, I don't know. I'm deathly afraid of this dragon that people keep telling me about.
Yeah, the drunk scientist told us we could talk to you.
You met Ted. Very nice. Well, I don't have much to say, but if you're here to help out the town, then the job board is there available for anybody that is willing to take one of those jobs. If you're not, please make sure you post it back up there, because I didn't print off many of the actual job postings. We don't have fantasy printers yet.
A printer? What is printing?
Shut up.
Oh, it's a person. No, it's a their person.
So, be on your way. I have nothing more to do than to give you these jobs. I'm happy to pay, but this is not a good time for Phandalin. Not a good time at all with a dragon about.
It's a dragon.
Has this dragon been more than seen, or has it actually been causing trouble?
I've never seen it, but other people have seen it, and that's good enough for me. I don't need to see a dragon to know that a dragon's a problem. Dragons are a problem in any place that they are around.
Can we try to persuade him to give us more information on the dragon?
Sure. What do you want to say to him?
Can you the last sighting? Can you tell us where this dragon is?
Oh, certainly. The last time anybody's reported the dragon was just outside of Nomengard.
Nomengard. Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I bet he was just as interested in those magical items as I am. He maybe knew that he could get something from Nomengard that we could have to defeat him. Oh gosh, dragons, they make my skin crawl. So, what do you say? Will you take care of these things that I've posted on the board? They're very simple tasks, like going to warn people who are in trouble out by themselves. Please help these people.
Are those jobs? Are the coin is set, or can it be?
What kind of racket are you running? Can you help, or are you gonna just?
We can absolutely help.
Then please
Dragons
do.
You know how you're scared of dragons?
I'm terrified of dragons. I'm not scared of dragons.
Well, you're asking us to possibly die.
I'm not trying to tell you to go fight a dragon. I'm telling you to go warn these poor people who are in trouble. There's a midwife. She's out in the middle of nowhere at a windmill. Please go tell her there's a dragon about.
I think we should go tell these people that there's a dragon.
For the love of God, listen to the ranger. Time is of the essence. It's already 4:30. Please go save them. The inn is going to be jumping. It's going to be karaoke night soon.
Oh, we better get back in time for that.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
Tonight, right, Clovis? We better hurry up.
I hear there's a bard about, and he's very, very talented.
Yes, the bird's out on the board.
Sadly, I can't come and see him because I can't leave my house because I am deathly afraid of dragons and refuse to leave except for hanging those job requirements when nobody is looking and I sneak out as fast as I can.
Ah, yes.
All right.
All right. Perhaps let's go do some of those jobs and get this old man out to see the
Luxie-
bard.
I like the cut of your jib. Your moxie is on point, friend.
Luxie, how do you feel about doing this? I don't know.
Well, of course, I'm always need to help people who need help.
But a
Especially a
dragon?
midwife. That's somebody who does good.
But Luxie, a dragon? I don't know.
Oh, don't go anywhere near the dragon. I can't be more clear as the DM or this person's voice. The dragon will eat the heck out of your faces. Stay away from the dragon. If you see the dragon, GTFO, dude.
Well, then
Alright.
why are you sending? Isn't Nomengard where there's all the gnomes that have the magical item that might be able to harm the dragon?
Take that one. There was a dragon there recently. You asked, I told you where they were last seen. Maybe pick one of the other two.
I agree with the old man. Let's go somewhere where the dragon
I'm
is
not
like.
that old. I'm in my mid-20s. It's an elected official position.
But on the other hand, if the dragon had gone to Drakengard recently, then don't you think that maybe he'd gone to someplace else other than Drakengard now? And that would be
Holy
the place
hell,
that he's
it's
most
called
likely not
Dragon
going to be?
Guard. Stay away from it. No,
wait.
no. He's
It was
in
called
Nomengard.
Nomengard.
Nomengard, yes.
Nomengard, where the gnomes
Which,
are.
which
It's a gnome
Luxie would have
place.
totally said
Right.
because she was paying attention.
Absolutely, that's canon. It's called Dragon Guard now.
Son of a.
So
That's
yeah,
the point.
I'd stay away from there, personally. But yeah, you're probably right. If you ask where he's at and where he was last seen, I'll roll another die and he'll tell you where he was based on this location chart.
Okay.
No, he gave us information. Let's go look back to the job board and take some jobs.
But again, really, just put the other ones that you're not gonna do back on the board. There's a pin
Oh
there.
no, we want to take them
Please,
all. We're
oh,
not gonna.
please don't. It's really it's a part of the
out.
mechanic in the game, so you have to make choices.
Corbin, you already have them. Let's just go. Let's go to that.
We already have
Oh
all
God,
of them.
please,
Let's
please,
go.
put some of them back. Just take the one oh my goodness.
No. Let's go help the woman who's not near the dragon that we think. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go tell
Let's
the
go.
woman.
That's a reasonable thing to do. It sounds very kind and
We're off
generous.
to slay the dragon.
No, don't stay away from the dragon.
I'm already walking away playing my instrument. Like,
Nope.
la 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 la. Da 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 the dragon. Da 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 da.
You
As someone
hear
with outdoors experience, the dragon will kill us all. We
You
must
hear-
not go near.
you hear him mutter not so under his breath. Oh my God, he's so gonna die. Really, please stay away from the dragon. I can't stress that enough. Guys, I'm gonna have to take like a 3-minute break
You
because
got
I have to pee. I'm like pee dance. So we're gonna go BRB. I'm gonna run a 90-second ad just in case other people happen to pop in, and we're gonna be right back. Okay. So
Okay.
hold on.
After these messages, we'll be right.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Oh, I know. I'm
Yeah,
good.
we back. Yeah.
Oh, you waited till the worst time. All right.
I'm sorry, when I
Court will
said
be
we're
right back.
back, I meant only some of us are back.
Oh, it happens.
Like 80% of us are here.
That's okay.
Ah.
I should really make like we'll do. I think in the future, we will do a break at 9 o'clock or like a planned break at specific times. We'll do like one at 9:30 or 9 o'clock. I don't know. We'll see. We'll feel it out. We'll make some arrangements for the going to peepees.
Hey, save those voices for the game.
Yeah.
Hey, this is me, Tony. Bupura Beppo.
That's
all I
racist.
got.
All right.
How's that racist? Nobody knows.
Well, my vote is to help the midwife.
I
Yeah.
love
I
it.
think
I
that's
love
what we're gonna
it.
do. We're gonna go help the midwife. We're gonna avoid the dragon. That's what we're doing.
I wish I was high enough level that I could learn the sending spell, because then I could just call the midwife.
Don't you have
That'd
to?
be nice.
Don't you have to know the person to send a?
There-
Yeah.
do a sending
There's
spell?
an animal messenger spell as well.
He already knows the midwife.
Ew. Call the
Hey,
midwife.
hey.
All right. So
Right.
let's see.
Ooh, I have dice too if we need dice.
Page number 43.
So the paper has where we're going, right?
Yeah.
One would hope.
Yes.
Okay,
sir.
so we
just
have the
guessing.
midwife. To save a second, we have the midwife paper. We have the quest.
Yes, you have the midwife paper. And did you return the other two to the board?
Yes, they're on the
No
freaking board. When
chance.
you were going to the bathroom, we put
Oh,
them back.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys
When
are
you
the
weren't looking, we
best.
put them right back.
Oh,
I took them back down.
no,
Those.
no.
That's-
You think
that's
that
why
they
you
had
left.
them.
Damn it.
I appreciate your honesty. As from one friend to another, I appreciate it because it's helpful for me because you know it's not important. Okay, so you guys are going to you learn from the job listing that this particular you're supposed to be going to the local midwife, an acolyte of Shantia, Chauntea, Chauntea, named Adabra.
Is that the goddess of life or
Gwen.
something? I mean, I should probably know who the
Yeah, probably.
goddess of life is. Okay.
Goddess of agriculture. Close. Life and agriculture. I feel like they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Say potato.
same-
Aggro.
potato. All right, so we go back over here.
Oh, where
back
I
to the big
died.
map for your the corpse.
That's where you
of-
died on your first try. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you failed.
Starting life from another.
And you happen to know that the Umbarge Hill, as it should be, is relatively close to Phandalin. This is not even like we're gonna have to saddle up and take a long road. It's just southeast of where you are, where you are is. Let's
Easy.
get this out of
Phandalin.
here. You're in Phandalin.
Van Dalen.
All right, so
Mandolin.
I'm just trying to get gooder with the stuff here. So
Okay, good.
a little bit of practice here. Nope, wrong one. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. Draw shape. There we go. Found it. Got it. So you are here, and you want to go down into this area.
Oh,
So
just a quick little.
It's really
That's easy
so
for other rangers.
far.
little jaunt. No, you think that even Clovis could have found this, but it's very close.
Wow.
So you've discerned from the people of the town that really you can't miss it. Just southeast.
All the drunks. All the drunks.
Hey, buddy, you can't miss it.
It's right there.
Just down southeast from here. You don't know your directions. So are there any specific preparations that you would like to make before you head on south?
No.
I got no money. So
This sounds real
not a
straightforward.
whole lot I could do.
We're all poor, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna walk.
I think since I have a cart full of church starting stuff and
Should maybe leave that here.
goddess material pamphlets, I'll leave that cart behind somewhere where there's a safe place to do it.
Just
At the
hide
end, I
in
suppose.
some hay or something, and
Some hay, yeah.
You could probably leave it with Tobin. He seems
Oh.
to like you.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
okay, we left it with Tobin. He's got us.
Yeah.
We tipped him.
With no money.
So
We promised to return Clovis to him.
Yeah, that's what.
If you keep bringing me that bard, you can leave whatever you want here, boys and girl.
I don't know exactly what the sexes are. I think it's 2 girls and 3. Yeah, not important. Yeah, you can leave it here, no problem. So you guys make your way southeast from here to the Umbarge Hill. And the Umbarge Hill, I wonder if you're going to see this stuff. That'll be interesting to me.
I'll tell you, switch the screen.
I'll probably pop off of your Twitch then.
No. Well, just don't look at it. I like the viewers. Don't mess with me.
Well, I mean, I still got
Oh,
Twitch.
don't watch my stream, but watch my stream.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't
have it up.
Don't watch
Crystal
the
clear.
stream. Just watch the stream. You know, just stream the watch
Just be
party.
present.
Minimize.
On my
I
screen,
see a
it's just a
black,
black
big
screen.
black. It's a
Yeah.
big black screen.
It's a
We
big
see
black
nothing.
screen. Really?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Is it,
Nothing.
Like midnight.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
It's
that's
solid.
exciting. I think that means that
Oh, we
there's
have to-
Fog of War.
there's
Do we get fog of war as we
specular
move through this?
lighting. That's right. So you guys,
So plop us somewhere and see if we see it.
I will. I'm gonna. Ooh, this is so exciting.
I will stop
Um,
watching your stream now.
Yeah, don't.
I mean, I
anything.
still got it up, but
All right, so
not-
who's leading? Let's start with that. Who's in the front of your caravan here?
Oh, I'll totally
it's
lead.
probably one of the rangers. It's either me or Beatrice.
How about you?
All right, I'm leading.
All right,
I'm leading us. This is
Corbin
not.
Is in the
Not
front.
difficult.
Let's see if that works. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you set a token.
Oh, what?
I
It
don't
looks
think
like-
I set a token. How do I set a token?
No, I think you did. Looks
know.
like you did.
Like, is that just my icon?
Yeah, not your icon. There, the token for you on the stream or on the scene. Let's see if we can figure this all out here. This is just wonderful.
Go back down to that reveal area. I think where you were.
Okay, so
Stop watching
so
your stream.
Fritch, do you see anything now on yours?
Based on where you just placed me, no, I don't.
Oh,
Whole
okay.
screen's black.
Okay. Maybe I have to. Well, we'll figure it
I think you had to click that reveal area menu option I saw.
out. Well, this looks like. I mean,
Go to the eyesight on your menu. See the eyeball? Go down. Go down. There you go.
I did. It's Fog of War. Turn on Fog of War. Turn on Advanced Fog of War. Let's just do Fog of War. Do you see anything now?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well,
But we're not there.
That's fine.
well, it's only sort of fine. Okay. So let's not screw the immersion here. I guess what you can do until I figure out how to actually show you guys things is I can
So,
come to
Climbing up a hill.
well,
Paint
hold-
us a picture.
well, I will paint you a picture in just a moment. I want to try one more thing. Reveal areas. Reset fog. Reset fog and then reveal areas? No? Maybe? Advanced, ungroup, draw, set dimensions. Stuff, all the things.
Do you have to place the whole crew first, and then maybe it'll work?
I don't think so. I mean, I can try. Beatrice.
Do you want me to quickly
Clovis.
research that for you?
No, it's okay. I think I've placed you all on the board now. Maybe. We'll see.
I don't see anything yet.
Okay. Well, it's not important, and I'll figure it out next time. So, built on the slope of Umbarge Hill is an old stone windmill surrounded by an iron fence. A large, winged monster with a spiky tail is trying to knock down the windmill's front door.
Let me paste this to you. I found the directions on what you should do. Sorry, go ahead.
A woman appears in the second floor window, waves at you, and says, a little help. So there's somebody up in the second floor window of this windmill, and she says, give me a little bit of help. When revealing, left click and drag the tabletop to draw.
Do you guys remember the part where I said that maybe we should go to Nomengard because that would be the place where the dragon's probably not going to be because that's where the dragon was before?
Is that a dragon though?
Go ahead and roll me
Who?
an insight check, Clovis.
What? Not me. I'm not very. My insight. No, I was just saying.
I know.
Maybe the Rangers should do it.
I know what
Oh,
I know what you asked.
How do I do
It's your
an
own fault.
insight check?
There, I got it.
Clearly, you can see it has wings.
That's not the right person. Clovis, did you roll that?
Yes, I did it. Yeah, I got a
18?
16.
Oh, sorry, it's further down. I have to
I got a
roll down.
16.
He got a 16.
Yeah.
out
So
of 23.
you can tell even from this far distance that is no dragon. That is certainly no dragon. The spiky tail gives it away. That is what you believe to be a manticore. You've heard of these mysterious beasts, but you've never actually seen one in person.
That's a manticore, and that's a problem. Because it's a manticore.
Manticore.
Does anybody know anything about manticores?
They're dangerous.
That's the part I could see.
They're probably dangerous, but I think we should help that lady.
Yeah.
So she's
all we have to do is tell her to
waving.
come back to town. Hey, can you hear me there? You're supposed to come back to town. It's dangerous out here.
There's a dragon. All right, thanks. Have a good day.
All right, let's go.
I'm sorry, did you say that there's a dragon? I have a bigger problem that is more pressing right now. It is downstairs. And a little bit of help would be very much appreciated. There seems to be a manticore.
A bigger problem?
Oh, I just saw a radar
Dragons
ping
are
on
pretty
my
big.
black screen. I just saw something that you
Oh
did.
yeah, this little ping.
It made a ping on my screen.
I'm all for helping her.
I believe we
I
should
don't want
help this
anything
woman.
bad.
We gotta help her.
We can't just leave her there.
Plus, we won't get paid if she doesn't show up in town.
Yeah, we gotta help her.
So
Yeah, part 2 was an escort
Oh my
service. I believe.
God! You guys want to help this lady? We don't even know her. All right.
I don't remember that quest or that job posting saying anything about bringing her back to town. I just remember it saying that we had to tell her to come
Yeah,
back.
but without her.
I
showing
am
up in
with
town.
I am with this ranger. She knows what she's doing. She's like, she clearly thinks with her pocket and not with her heart.
If you two aren't going to go help, I'm going to go without you.
Wait,
I
cannot
can see what's going on.
I cannot genuinely let Kair go. I cannot let you go. I'll help you, but this is the last time I'm in the. You better get money for this.
I'll help too, because I don't know how helpful a warlock that likes to plant trees everywhere will be.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do appreciate the assistance.
A little dig.
You're so nice. All of you.
Maybe
are so nice.
we should ask the lady. Like, this is a lot of risk for us. If she could maybe pay us a little bit for assisting on this one.
We are greedy.
How much money do you think she has?
Let's shake her down.
What the?
Yeah, you guys are terribly greedy. There's somebody
not
that's
victimizing this woman. Let's go help. I'm going
If
to go
we
help
help
her.
you, you have to come back to town with us. No
Yeah,
more
that's
living out
that's
here.
the deal.
That's fine.
You got to come back with us. Harblin asked us to bring you back. This is all part of it. We're willing to help, but you got to come back.
You're revealing
again,
it, but our screen's still black.
I'm very much interested in you guys taking care of this particular issue right here in front of us. We can
All right.
figure out the specifics later.
How far are we off from this manticore and situation at
We
this
need to get
moment?
closer, yeah.
You guys are about 200 feet away.
Okay.
So she's screaming.
Excuse me, Mr. Manticore. Could you please stop what you're doing?
I'm ready for some meat.
And he bangs on the door. You see spikes shoot from his tail that are slamming into the door, and small bits of wood just splinter off from this door that he's trying to just bash down.
Do you really think that one old lady is going to have good meat for you?
Meat? Yes. She'll make a very good meal.
You know what's a better meal? A dragon.
No, don't try to tempt me with this dragon.
I lean over. Corbin, we're not going to be able to convince a manticore. We have to kill it. Take out your bows and start shooting it.
He slams his head against the door and ramming it, and you see the door is slowly giving way. You'd say that it probably only has a few more ticks before it falls apart off its hinge.
So I don't know where we are, but I'm going to assume we're at some sort of distance and I'm leading. So I pull out my longbow and shoot at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a 20. Or do the longbow
Whoa.
attack. You go ahead and hit the longbow attack, but it's a hit.
Nice.
So if you go back to your character sheet and click
Do
longbow.
I click the long? Do I just click it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here you
So-
go. There's my longbow attack.
Yeah, so you hit with the 23, and then I think you have to roll damage.
Click on the long. Now click on the longbow. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I clicked on the longbow link, which does indeed hit for 8 damage, 8 piercing damage. You instantly get the even though you are kind of shooting through like a sharpshooter's paradise through some crumbling stone, you do make contact, and you see him quickly turn his head directly in your side. The Manticore is a frightening looking beast with humongous wings and a spiked tail that it seems like it maybe has lost a good number of its quills. You see some of them sticking out of the door that it was just trying to knock down, and it says,
I guess this is gonna be a better meal. There seems like there's more of you than there are of her.
and it starts to turn face towards you and begins just sprinting in your general direction as it starts to close the distance. I want everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Let me just click the button.
Yeah, just click the initiative button.
I'm going to start running. Luxie is going to start running full tilt towards him as well.
All right, and so there is like an initiative tracker that I can.
On the character sheet.
Initiative.
You click the. It's the top middle. Click the red
Yeah.
initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So mine was 11 point. Did you guys see mine? 11.15.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't add your tokens, but I'll figure that out. That'll be a.
I think I
objects
think
and
we'll see the
tokens
map
here.
once our tokens are there.
Okay,
Anyways.
so I got there's one. Close. I don't know why
Did mine go through?
I can only add I have only been able to add one of the tokens. It's weird. But no big
Yeah,
deal.
you got a 4.
There are,
Okay, it was just saying something about no valid token was selected.
yeah,
Yes,
There aren't any
currently
tokens
aren't
on
any
this
tokens on
page.
this page.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we don't have valid tokens right now.
right yeah,
Immersion.
I'll figure it out for next time. All right, so we've got Clovis, we've got then next from you guys
Luxie.
is Luxie,
Luxie.
and then we've got
Me.
Is
Yeah,
it-
I think Jason.
No, it's
Jason's
Tyre.
has the
Tyre,
tokens.
and then we've got Corbin, and then Beatrice for you guys. And then let me add this in here. Okay, so the we had our very first initiative when we shot at him. So that was fun, and you did 8 damage.
It's not bad.
The Manticore continues to run towards you and shoots some tail spikes in your general direction. He's targeting.
Probably the person that shot him.
So
Yes,
I could use
indeed.
some
So
dexterity to dodge this.
he hits you for 7 points of damage with the very first spike that shoots your way. So you go ahead
Whoa.
and write that down. 7.
Where does it matter? Temporary hit point? No.
You can
current
even
hit
you can
points.
just write it like
I can change my hit points, but
yeah, you can keep track of it there. I'm gonna keep track of it here as well. He
So I'm
shoots
gonna-
he shoots a second one at the next person in order, which is the other ranger. Beatrice, you deftly dodge the tail spikes that come from him, and Clovis, he hits you for an additional 7 points of damage from a tail spike. He
You
says,
probably knocked out.
so he continues his pursuit towards you and says,
If you're gonna be a fight, I'm gonna work up an appetite. All I want is meat.
okay. So Corbin draws another. I assume we're at. we're
right
at
now
range.
it's Clovis's turn, and
Are we at range?
Uh,
okay.
yeah, you guys are within range of him. At this point, he's closed about he closed another 30 feet of distance, so you're about 150 feet away from him at this point.
Okay. I was like struck by that. Like it like hit me so hard. that tail spike. I was like, that's painful. That is so painful. I know you're shoving. And I guess I'll try to shoot him with my crossbow. I don't really have anything that could do.
Well, that's definitely a hit. So go ahead and for this is our first crit of the
Oh, wow.
entire
Nice.
thing.
Oh, nice.
So you're gonna go ahead and hit the light crossbow. But I think that we're gonna.
Well,
have
actually,
to...
it's not a true crit, is it?
Yeah, I think
No,
that's
I don't think it is.
So it was a
Oh. Well,
15 plus. Yeah, it was
Oh.
a dirty 20.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I
wonder if
think
it'll be different
a
colors.
critical roll will have it'll be highlighted green.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think we saw one of those.
Yes, actually, we did see one
For
by
Constitution.
Luxie got one. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a highlighted green.
So you can go ahead and that was your hit. point.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got another 8 damage on him. He screams and he.
I don't like working for my meals. If you've got anything,
Take that, you ruffian!
He kind of. He looks at you like.
ruffian, really? Okay, whatever. I'm a manticore. That's what I do.
So he's charging towards you. Does he show up on your? Does he show up there? Do you guys see him on your map?
There's not.
Yeah.
It's black still. Can you refresh our map or something? Maybe that's it.
Mm.
I don't know. Let me go to the reveal areas. Maybe does that show anything? No.
Nah.
Okay.
Does that do
I'll
anything
work
for
on
you?
it. I'm gonna
Figure it
get
out
it.
later.
Don't you worry about it.
Okay.
So he's very much you don't see, it doesn't seem like he's been phased by the 2 hits that you've put on him. And you hear from the windmill the woman is shouting over you, and she's, do you have anything that you can give him? He's gonna tear you a new one. He just wants food. They're idiots. Manticores are dumb, but they'll take anything. They just want to eat.
Oh my.
Spangle, it's your turn.
Well, and also before I do this, I turn to Luxie and I'm like, "You're my inspiration," and I give her bardic inspiration.
All right. So Luxie,
Okay.
you have an extra 1d4 to roll on whatever your next
D6, I
D6?
thought it was.
Oh, is it a 6
Yeah.
to start?
D6. Let me just double check that because I could be wrong.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's fine. So Luxie, what would you like to do?
Okay. Well, I would like to check my inventory and see if I have food in my inventory, which I probably would have
It's a
brought
D6.
with me to this.
I have
So I
rations.
have D6 worth of beef jerky, which I toss on the ground and he eats, and we stroke him, and it's very cute. And the day is won, and we collect 50 gold.
So are you trying to buy him over with some beef jerky?
That's probably not going to be a lot. And he's still 150 feet and coming. So I would say, I mean, it doesn't say one way or the other. Does anybody have any beef jerky on their person?
I have 10 rations.
I got rations.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to let's get all the rations together and put it together. I just toss it on the pile in front of us, and maybe that'll be enough for him. And in the meantime, that's kind of like my verbal action, which I'm going to assume is going to be a freebie. And then my actual action, I would like to bless all of us. I hope the goddess keeps us safe because this guy looks really hungry and I'm kind of scared. I kind of get my shield out and, make a pile in front of the shield and, okay, guys, let's get behind me. And, Mr. Manticore, here's some food for you. And kind of cower behind my shield as he's oncoming, and I mean you can see it like quaking.
You've brought me food. Why did you shoot me with arrows? I do not like being shot with arrows, especially after I've been forced from my home from that damn dragon.
Oh, it's a dragon.
If you can promise to be nice, I can heal your wounds and make you feel all better. And you can eat this food.
You would help me? I was gonna eat that woman in the windmill.
She looks kind of grody. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think you want that.
You know what? I felt like there would been some midwifery, and that tracks. It was kind of gross in there.
Okay.
So what do you have for me to eat?
I have a bunch of rations on me.
Rations. I want meat.
Rations, not jerky and such?
Maybe some jerky in there, but I feel like rations are like more for like all the oats and stuff for all of you. Like it really keeps you going.
So you're saying that meat is irrational.
I'll happily take the rations, any of the beef jerky that's in them. I love jerky.
Sure. We can give you all the jerky from our rations.
He
Deal.
continues closing the distance and getting closer and closer. The next person to act is Kair.
I did put a blessing upon us. So
Gotcha.
that was actually technically, I think for 3 of us. So whoever, the Rangers and the dwarf, I would say, catch that bluffing. It's a bluffing.
Okay.
One of the rangers is a dwarf.
Yes, they've been
This was
bluffed.
written in the Old English where the F's look like S's.
Absolutely.
The other way around. That's why it was a bluffing.
That makes sense.
Sorry.
It tracks. We're good. So the bluffing has been given, and you, Kair, it's up to you. The Manticore seems to be approaching the pile of rations, and is at least a little bit interested to see what this big pile of food is that you've made. He's sniffing around.
So we're still not sure if he's just going to leave after we give him rations.
We should probably run for it for the castle.
But we still got to get that lady.
We should run to her tower. Exactly.
We got to run right in front of the Manticore.
He's in between you and the windmill, not a castle.
I'll mage hand the food up off the ground so we can sniff at it.
Okay.
All right.
Kair, it's on you. I've got you.
So I guess I will. I'll actually try to get to the lady. I suppose I'll dash, or whatever it's called, where you move twice.
Yeah, you can do. You can double your movement.
Not directly by the Manticore, but kind of around it.
Sure.
I don't have any hexes to do that.
I gotcha.
With.
No, you're fine. You can move. Is it your movement 30?
Yeah.
So you move about halfway to the windmill, and she sees you come in, and she kind of gives you a nod, like, okay, I'll she indicates, I'll open the door.
Okay.
Excuse me.
That's pretty much what I'm doing, just trying to get to her.
Okay. And so she disappears from the window that she was in, and you can only assume that she's going downstairs to open the door for you, to let you in when you get here. Corbin, it's your turn.
My turn, eh? So I just looked in my inventory closer, and I realized I have a trophy from an animal. So I'm gonna hope there's some meat still on that trophy that I didn't fully clean properly or missed.
Real
I'm gonna
gross.
drop that sucker by the pile of food, and hope that adds to the distraction, and begin moving towards the windmill as well.
What is the animal? What's the trophy?
In my inventory, let's say it's
that you've been carrying around with you in a pack. What is it?
Yeah,
I want to know.
It's some deer skin with that was poorly cleaned and has meat on it.
All right, I'm down. It tracks. He sees the deer skin thrown onto the pile of jerky and rations, and picks it up, and you see his stomach is like he's excited about this one. Oh, I love it. One of my favorites. This is gonna be great. And he starts to chomp down on the pile of rations, and he seems very sated for the moment as he nom-noms on the pile of yummies that you've presented him. He doesn't even go to eat the skin right away. He kind of like flings it over his manticore wings, and like he's wearing it, like he's very proud of it, and it's something
It is
he's
a
gonna
nice
be
deer
having.
skin.
So yeah,
It's very nice.
He loves a good deer skin, and he's just
It's a trophy. So yeah.
he recognizes that this was a big deal, like that wasn't just any deer skin. This is a beautiful deer skin. It was
Cool.
probably worth some dough.
Ha.
Oh, nah.
So I've moved towards the windmill as well. I don't know how far I got, but I moved that way as well.
No, a deer. Okay.
It was exactly $1.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Beatrice.
Woo!
So you move your normal speed, which is 30. This kind of way. You've taken a wide berth around him, and you're inching towards the windmill. We'll say that Kair got to about here. I know you guys can't see any of this, or do you see the X's?
No, you see nothing.
Oh, it's a giant
Fog
black
of
screen.
war.
Can you load the map? I
So I
saw
saw-
your ping again.
Oh, I saw
Your
that.
ping just came through.
No, somebody else pinged that.
Oh,
That's a blue ping. So
Should we
whoever-
not just look at the Twitch?
I shouldn't look at it, but it's there.
No, it's fine to look at that. There's nothing exciting. I just want.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the Twitch stream then.
I've been cheating a little bit, so
I
I'd like to
Piss.
be able to know how to what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay.
I wish I'll have this fixed by next time. I promise. What about now? Do you see everything now?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so Beatrice, it's on you, Beatrice.
Oh gosh. Okay. So you said I'm moving towards the windmill, or is that somebody else?
Other people are moving towards it. You're still next to the big pile of rations and beef jerky with a deer skin and a manticore. He seems to be mellowing out quite a bit.
Okay. Then. Shoot, I
Obviously,
don't
you
really
gotta
know.
shoot it.
No, I'm not going to piss it off. I'm not gonna. No. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is adding my own animal skin to the pile, in hopes of sating it even farther.
I mean, if you have more stuff you want to throw on, that's fine.
Literally, trophy from an animal.
Gotcha.
Again,
It's another deer skin.
same
It'll
thing.
work.
Yeah. I say more
Same
can't
deer.
help. What can't hurt anything.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was a giant freaking deer.
Yeah, no, that's
Or
fine.
more than one.
Yeah, but it was the second deer, maybe not the same deer.
Maybe we were like having a contest. We can have like the best kill. I don't know.
So does anybody? So you've added to the pile, and would you like to also continue towards the windmill?
Towards the
Okay. All right. So he's over the moon. He's as happy as a Toblen with a bard. And in eating these foods that you've provided him, he's not. You can tell wasn't thrilled about being shot at. Your guys shoot first, ask questions later mentality was not his number one favorite. But he's eating, and it's Clovis's turn.
I guess I will. Also, I'll heal myself and move towards the stone tower.
Okay. He actually, when you heal yourself, I don't know which it is that you use to heal yourself. Is it
I'm gonna use cure wounds.
Okay, so as you cure your own wounds, his ears perk up and he looks towards you, and he kind of like he has that feeling that he felt magic happen, and he doesn't know exactly where it came from, but he has a general idea that it came from your group, and he kind of just like he looks in your general direction and is like, "What was that?"
Why you got piss him off like that? Thank you.
Well, someone said they were going to heal him.
No, he's asking a question. Just because somebody has a gravelly voice doesn't mean they're angry. He's asking take him at his surface word. He's asking, what? Okay, what was that? Is that easier for you guys? Not everything that's
Less
a monster
intimidating.
is trying to kill you.
A little better.
What was that, guys?
That was me. I was healing myself because your things hit me right in the chest. And it hurt really bad.
Oh, was that shortly after you hit me in the chest with those crossbolts?
That was the ranger.
And you, if I remember correctly, no?
Yeah, you gotta
I
take
don't
twice.
think so.
Now, 2 people shot me, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm Manny the Manticore. I can't do that voice for a Manticore.
No, not
he's
for Manticore.
He's a gravelly voice. Can we all just get back on track with Batman over here? If you have the ability to heal yourself, do the right thing and heal the wounds that were caused to me from that blasted dragon.
How much damage? I mean, if he's chowing down that food, I've been like right in his face while he's been doing that, cowering behind my shield the whole time. But how damaged does he look damaged otherwise?
You, upon actually observing him, you can see that you know that a Manticore from the books that you've read and just kind of the tales, that generally their
Tails have
is
spikes on them.
their tails are filled with spikes. So this one seems to have like only a few more tail spikes left. You notice that there is a gash on its side that looks like it's a fresh wound. And one of its wings has like a chomp like that kind of went right through it, and it looks like it's kind of like it's frostbitten almost. Frostbitten, like it was bitten, and it's frostbitten. So it looks like it's dying slowly on the wing, not the Manticore. He seems still fine and healthy, but like he's truly been hurt.
Is the wing, do you think, like the worst part of it?
The wing, as you can see, because you're nice and close, it really does look like it has taken the biggest toll. So it doesn't look like it's inoperable, but it looks like it's seen better days. He probably needs a long rest, is the bottom line.
Mr. Manticore, would you let me help you?
Help me? You've given me meat, and you'll help me? Yes! I'd like that very much!
I need you to be very calm because you're very big and strong, and I'm going to try and help you some, okay? Just hold very still. And I'm going to do I guess, level 1, what are my healing light wounds, cure wounds, it's called. And I'll be like, lay my hands on his wing, since that seems to be the worst effective part, and try and concentrate the spell on not letting his wing die, if that's a possibility.
Okay. Tell me how much it heals.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Click on the spell.
Cast at 1 level. Submit. 10 healing. Yay!
Woo!
Oh, I clicked it too many times.
No, Clovis hit it.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
So he, you see his wing go from, like the black darkness of a frostbitten wing to like some of the pink kind of starts to go back into it, and it looks like the blood is circulating back into his wing, and it starts to pink up, and he visibly like you see this toothy maw come, like he opens it, and out he's just,
I'm so thankful. Oh my God. Everyone sees a Manticore and they just shoot first, and they never stop to ask how you're doing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful. All I ever want is a meal, and I'm always looking for the next one. This was This was truly a kindness that you've shown me. Not everybody is so wonderful to a monster. Thank
You
you.
were trying to kill that woman, so we
I'm
didn't have to
looking
shoot.
for food. I couldn't fly up and eat her because my wing was damaged. And the bottom line is, I'd very much rather just get food from people than and go on my merry way. And maybe
Fair
when
enough.
I'm hungry again, come back and eat her later.
That's fair. Yeah.
So he's very, very happy. He's very thankful that you guys have done the kindness of healing not only the wounds that he had before, but also feeding him. He doesn't seem like he is motivated to hurt anybody right now. He's very much happy with his situation and his lot in life, and he's ready to kind of leave things be and let bygones be bygones. The crossbows that shot him and pierced him further, they're a thing of the past.
Longbows.
Somebody shot a crossbow and somebody shot a longbow.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, those
Potato.
are the two things that happened, right?
Anyways.
It may have been.
So he's very, very happy right now, and he's like purring, and he's got this just frightening mouth of teeth that like a shark. Here, I'll show you the picture that we have of Manticore up here.
That's nice.
No, that's a mimic. That's a Manticore. Manticore. So he's
Can we converse with him before he leaves real quick?
absolutely ask him whatever you'd like.
I'd like to know where he had this encounter with the dragon, where this inferred dragon is at right now.
He tells you that it's in here somewhere. Excuse me. The dragon kind of chased him away from his lair, which was up in the mountains. And he was in the, let me see if you guys would have seen it.
I used to take I used to lay my head at the foot of the Ice Spire mountain, and I've been ousted from my home because of that damn white dragon. He fought me and I lost, and who's to blame me? I'm just a manticore and he's a dragon, so it's like, how is that fair? I don't know, but I had to leave because he was encroaching on my space, and nobody wants to be near a dragon. They eat all the good stuff.
So
Including
is he
you, apparently.
living in your cave now?
He's at the top of Ice Spire. That's where he's staying. It's the worst place that I wish that I could have had it. It would have been wonderful, but he's a dragon, so he gets it and I lose it. I was never quite able to take the entire spire. I was down at the lowly part of the mountain, just off in a cave.
So if we are able to get together later to go get rid of the dragon because he's causing lots of problems, do you want to come help us?
Well, if you guys happen to catch me and I'm in the area, I wouldn't mind ousting that dragon because he's really no good. That guy's a jerk.
Okay, well, I'm going to commit you to memory, and then later I might try to communicate with you. So if you hear a strange voice in your head much later on, it might be me.
Absolutely. If you send me some kind of a message or a telegram or something, I'll come straight to my house, and I'm sure I'll be able to spec out whatever's going on. If I'm not busy, Manticore stuff.
It is karaoke night too.
Oh, do you guys go to the bar and do karaoke night? I've heard of great things.
That bard is really good, right? Heard it.
There's a bard that's in Newfoundland lately. He's supposed to be amazing. He's only a little guy, so I don't think he'd be very delicious.
Believe it or not, the bard is with us.
What? Oh my... What? Why didn't you lead with that? Oh my god. Dude. This is Can I get your autograph? I know that this is probably a little weird, but I've got some friends that won't believe me. Here, take one of these tail spines, and you
No,
can just.
I have one right here. I'll put
Thank you. Oh my God. This is.
nod and everything.
I'm like geeking out. Seriously. Can you sign my deer skin, please?
And I take it out and I'm like dipping in with my blood, and I'm like, okay, this is not.
So he's thrilled, and he couldn't be happier. You feel like you've made a lifelong friend. And Manny the Manticore flies off with its tummy full, and you see Adabra standing at the foot of the windmill and kind of like tapping impatiently, like, okay, well, what about me, guys? So Manny flies off, and Adabra is over at the windmill.
Sorry about that. We met a fan.
Why, yes, I see. That's rather abnormal. Not the most orthodox way to take care of a manticore, but I guess you got the job done. Is this really the bard from Newfoundland that everybody keeps
Have you
talking
heard of
about?
me?
Oh my goodness, yes. I had one of my the women who was giving birth, they said that they had heard tale of this bard that had just the silkiest smooth voice.
And I was very nice about the drunk and the vomit and
Nobody said anything about that.
what?
It was mostly
that
just
was
the
the whole
voice.
part of the story.
Yeah, well, news travels in weird ways. I would like to thank you so much for taking care of the manticore. That was, as I said, unorthodox, but what happens in Newfoundland stays in Newfoundland, as they say. One thing that I could offer you, although I don't have much to offer, is one of these potions of healing. I make them here just in case one of the wives of that I'm midwifering for needs a potion of healing. So I would love to offer this to your troop for saving me. I appreciate you vanquishing this terrible manticore for me.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm more than half dead right now, FYI. But what was I going to say? We wanted to let you know there was a dragon in the area, and we came down here to let you know that, and then we got sidetracked. But
Dragons.
The Burgmaster is super worried.
The Birdmaster?
Burgmaster?
the town master,
Townmaster? Sorry. Yeah.
Birdman.
Birdman. It was Harbin looking after me.
Harbin Westler, yes, he
What a-
wants you to come back into town.
He has given
Yeah.
such a kindness. Well, he must know that I could never ever leave my post. If one of the I'm the midwife on post right now, and I cannot leave the windmill. For as you see, there are many dangers, like manticores, that could take over the windmill. And where else would I use? Where else would I make my potions? So sadly, I
The
will not
town.
leave. But well,
Can we try to convince her to come to town?
Well, I'm happy to sign off on a piece of paper that says that you've alerted me of this dragon.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, he's always afraid of dragons this or dragons that. I tend to believe that he may have some form of a phobia. But here, I will sign this paper saying that you have alerted me, and I am very well equipped to take care of any dragons that may come my way. You are certainly. You have taken care of your quest, and will provide you the information that he will not be able to argue with. So here it is. I will sign this, and there's a little something special that he'll know that it was from me. And then,
Wait, isn't our quest to bring her back?
no,
No, it's to
No,
inform
this,
her.
this is
Just
fine. I'm
inform?
good with this
Okay.
piece of paper. I want to go back and.
So she hands you the paper
Oh.
back, and
But
and-
Adabra, it's dangerous.
oh, I know, but the goddess of agriculture
You saw that
waits for no
manticore, right?
one. I will be fine. I'll reinforce the door and hope that no dragons show up. I'm
Good luck.
quite certain that things will be fine. And I'm sure that we'll have more potions for you in the future if you ever are on the lookout. I'm the only place in town where they are made. So she bids you adieu and sends you off with a letter that is sealed with a kiss. And she closes the door, and you can hear she gets right back to work doing whatever it is that midwives do. Nobody knows. It's truly just a mystery. Are there any things that you would like to do in the area?
Should I? I'm kind of messed up right now. Should I take that potion, or can someone heal me? Or
Let me cast the Luxie will spend her second slot there to send a cure wounds. Click a button. Click submit the button. It's gonna say boop.
A favor.
5 healing points.
All right, cool.
5. Okay, I'm 10 out of 12 now.
Oh, Corbin, you work so hard. The goddess will help you.
All right, so you guys have completed that, and we'll go back to the world map of the Sword Coast.
Oh, I can see it again.
Yay.
exciting.
Hey, it's a map.
I'll figure out what the problem was. I promise. And you'll see here. You are, again, you're leaving the Umbridge Hill. After a little bit of searching, not that it really matters too much, but I'll show you. Draw shape. You were right here specifically, and you're going back to right there in Phandalin. So very close. We're talking like another couple hours. Like this, it's not even nightfall. You're on your way back. And,
For karaoke night.
and you may indeed make it to karaoke night before it's all over. So if you guys are not doing anything else at the Umbridge Hill, you are on your way back to Phandalin. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I healed up? Are we assuming I'm healed?
Well, you're not healed yet, but I'm sure that if you have a long rest, you'll be able to heal yourself
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
You were
10
healed
out
for
of 12.
5.
Yeah, I got 10 out of 12 now. Okay.
So what would you like to do with your upon your return? We've got 1 minute before 10:30, and I don't want to keep us any later.
Head right to head right to Harblin, Wester's Townmaster's house.
Wake that dude up. Yeah.
All right, wake him up. Well, it's not even late. It's not too late. You go over to Harbin Wester's house, and you knock. Right? I guess that's what people do. People knock.
Yeah, knocking.
And what do you say?
Harblin, you were right. There was trouble.
Indubitably. I think that was the voice I had for him. I don't really.
We've got some proof of life from that lady. Here you go. Here's her
From Shanti.
her signature and her kiss.
Adabra lives. This is wonderful news. Thank you so much. Here, and he slides underneath the door without opening it. 28, an envelope that contains the agreed upon 25 gold pieces. Not a penny more, not a penny less.
Could
you glance at that paper? Because I seem to remember it saying 50 gold.
I do believe you were thinking of one of the other quests. That is not this particular
this
one.
Was a 25.
You took the 25 gold one because you were helping a woman.
There were
That
so
was nice.
many.
There
Sir,
were
that put us in a lot more
3.
danger than we were expecting for 25 gold. Could we talk on maybe a higher price for that quest?
Oh, you can talk all you want. The 25 gold is in the envelope, and I've slipped it underneath the door. Did it get lost in between the door and where I slipped it? I am very confused.
It was lost in the mail.
Well, what a shame. Thank you so much for taking care of one of these wonderful quests. In fact, I'm sure that as you check back on another date, there'll be more.
Ooh.
So guys, that is all we have for tonight. It is 10:30. We are going to call it because I don't want to go past the time that I said we would go past by. We're going to end the new Phandalin, the Real House Elves stuff for tonight. But exciting news is upon completing the quest and receiving your reward as a group, you all are timed to level up to level 2. So if you can, before the next time that we meet on next Monday, go ahead, hop into Roll20, level up to level 2, pick whatever spells you get and all the fun stuff, and you're good to go. And that's not me fudging anything. If you complete one of those 3 quests, you are to level 2. So we are right on track for fun times for next Monday. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's all I got.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
And I'm gonna be putting up like a couple minute BRB, I think. If you guys want to hang on the call for if there's anything you want to talk about, or actually, I'm probably gonna play some Overwatch afterwards. Yeah, that's where we're at.
All right, awesome.
Thanks for coming, guys. I'm so excited. Thank you for taking care of Manny the Manticore in a kind way. I'm sure that he'll show back up as a fan favorite.
Well, thanks for watching, Voodoo.
Yeah, Vood showed up, and we had Multimedia Ace. Sorry, guys, I did not take in any time on chat, but I appreciate everybody showing up and saying hi, and thanks. Thank you so much. Woo woo. Session number 1 in the books. Then we're gonna go ahead and do the
Finally,
second
we
one.
did it.
We done did it, and nobody.
Did this record?
Oh God, we haven't been streaming. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording, and we're gonna be. Are we gonna stream more? No, we're gonna turn off stream, I think. But
Aw,
I'm sorry.
I like watching Overwatch.
Do you really? I mean, we can. Well, you know what? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Screw it. We'll do some Overwatch.
Fan.
I have fan.
Oh, God.
So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. We're gonna have like a 5-minute BRB, and we'll be back in a little bit. Cool.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna log out of this.
Have a good week, guys. See ya.
Thanks, Gabe. Okay.
Have a nice week.
Bye.
Bye bye.